Hi everyone, welcome to Mike's Classic Auto World. Today's road trip has brought us to this 1968 Hemi Roadrunner. This is a beautiful car and Hank is the owner. Hank is going to show us around this car, tell us a little bit about it. Hank, thanks for bringing us to your garage again.
Yeah, you're welcome, Mike. This is a really cool car. It's an all original body panel car, right? One repaint, and the rest of it's largely original, super low mileage. Was bought new, or not really bought new, but ordered new by a dealer in Oregon.
Okay.
CP dealer in Oregon who kept it and took it to the track. So it racked up its miles 1/4 mile at a time.
Okay.
And the dealer owned it for many, many years, and then it went into a series of private collections. This car's been all over the place. The last guy who had it drove it from Washington State to Reno for hot August nights, which is a big deal.
Okay.
It's a super car. It's pretty rare, right? One of 391 automatic Hemi Roadrunners built for '68. So I'm really lucky to have this car, and it's frankly done just the way you'd want one. I mean, it's other than the fact, you can argue whether you would rather have a stick or an automatic, but
yeah.
No power steering, right?
Okay.
No power brakes. It's designed to go in one direction forward, right? Really fast.
Yeah.
Steel wheels, red striped tires, original hubcap.
Yeah, I see that.
And you can call those anything you want. People call them dog dishes, poverty caps. They're just the original factory hubcaps.
Yeah.
I like it the best that way, really. I think it looks great.
I like the design in the center
Right,
of them.
right. Correct color. Original vinyl top. Original, all the chrome trims original on this, all the stainless. It's really an amazing car. Roadrunner was a big success for Plymouth. This was the first year for Roadrunner. They had a GTX the year before, which kind of dealt with high performance in a B-body car from the other angle. So that was a loaded car, right?
Yeah.
The idea with the Roadrunner was it was a stripped car. It was all about the engine. So you see a lot of these with 383s. That was the standard motor.
Okay.
And then you could go from there. So this is 440, 446 pack, 426 Hemi. And this is a very standard interior. These came either as a two-door hardtop or a two-door coupe. And you go, so what's the difference? A two-door coupe would have a post here.
Yeah.
And then this back window would be on a flipper, that would flip out versus
yeah,
roll down. So
no
the two-door
post
hardtop was the deluxe edition of the Roadrunner. But, standard gut, not a lot of instrumentation for Chrysler. Just temperature gauge and a
it's beautiful, beautiful interior. It's actually very clean.
yeah, it's all
this
original.
I was just gonna say this is original, right?
Well, it shows about 20,000 miles, but it's really believable, frankly.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine how many there are like this. I saw this and kicked around buying this for maybe a day.
Yeah. It took that long, huh?
Well, I almost talked myself out of it, and then I talked myself back into it. So
It's column shift, as you said.
yeah,
Bench seat.
right. Chick stick. That's the.
Were there a
nickname for
lot?
that,
When you opened it up, I expected to see the pistol grip and a 4-speed,
well,
but
it's one of 391, right? So
okay.
I don't know. I didn't look up to see what the stick number was, but it's a really low number. But the excitement is under the hood.
Definitely.
But it's a beautiful body. These had a really nice body.
Yeah, it's a very nice
bizarre back window that really distorts the views. Everything's narrower when you look through the rearview mirror at the cars behind you because of the wiggle in the glass.
Yeah, it does distort your view.
Yeah, it does distort. If you had a '68 Charger, right, it would be just a flat piece of flat rear window. But this does distort it a little bit. But it's cool looking.
It's cool looking, yeah.
Chrysler was the only one to do that, like that. Of course, Dodge Dart.
It's got the single pinstripe.
Yep, that's factory.
That's factory.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and of course the round side markers. That's how you know that's a cheater's way of telling what year the car is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So 68s, just small round side markers. 69, big rectangular reflector.
Okay.
That's how you can quickly tell the difference between an 8 and a 9. The grill's different. The
I was
taillights
noticing
are
these
different.
turn signal markers on the top of the fenders.
Yeah, Chrysler loves the amount of turn signals. So there's the hello there.
There's the big motor.
Yeah,
That's
there
what it's
it
all
is.
about.
And that's whoops, the original paint on it. We took it had a little valve cover gasket leak on it when we got it, so we took those off, and you can see. I mean, that engine has never been apart. Really, factory paint on it. I mean, it's just this is a really incredible in the wrapper car.
Yeah, it's presented very nicely. Yeah. Even the wheel wells and the firewall.
It's it's my favorite.
Everything is shining in here.
After this, they went into a big orange air cleaner, and then they had the air grabber and all of that. I really like just this plain big round air cleaner with a Hemi head.
426.
It's incredible. And when this thing starts, it's there's something angry under the hood. There's a lot of combustion going on down here.
I guess it takes a few minutes to warm up and settle down a little bit.
Bad. I mean,
not necessarily.
So the 420. This is an interesting kind of maybe fun fact. I don't know if it's fun or not, but so the 426 Hemi and the 440 6-pack cars had a different automatic torque flight than the rest of the Chryslers. Now the torque flight, famous transmission, really tough, incredibly well engineered, thought out, probably to me kind of the standard against which all other automatics are measured. And of course then there are all the people saying, well, no, Hank, you're wrong. What about the turbo hydromatic 400, blah, 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 blah. And I'd say, okay, that's a nice tranny, but it's modeled after the torque flight, because when the torque flight came out, GM had the Slim Jim hydromatic, which I've got a couple of those, and I'm not going to get into it, but I'll just say they're not as good as a torque flight, okay? But the turbo hydromatic definitely is, and it's maybe smoother shifting than a torque flight, but these have a different clutch pack. The internals are totally different, so when this thing shifts, it's shifting. You know? And you can feel it shift.
Has a firmer shift?
Yeah, really, really tight, firm shifts. You almost think there's something wrong with the transmission, frankly, because they're that firm.
Yeah.
But that's the way these are designed because of all the torque, right?
Yeah.
That's in front of the tranny, that the tranny is trying to translate to the rear of the car. So it's a great car to drive, a lot of fun, and you can feel yourself going down the road. So,
well, it's a beautiful car. I like the color. Is there a name for this yellow, or is it just Mopar yellow?
So, Chrysler came out with this yellow in '66 or '65, really, as a spring option on the 300s, and the rest of the line it was called Daffodil Yellow. And then each year they'd play around with it a little bit. So '66, '78, and '69, they all had some version of this yellow.
Okay.
I just call it pale yellow. I don't know what Plymouth called it in '68, but
well, it's a nice shade. I like it. It goes well with the black.
Right. So
it's very businesslike.
I'm going to take you over here for 1 second. Follow me. This is a little different. I didn't warn you. Here's their advertising for
Oh, okay.
For that, right? Beat it. Right, and they mean it. You can beat on it, or you can try to go faster than it. But
it's daring you.
Yeah, you can't beat it. That's what they're saying, and it's really, really very true from the Plymouth division of Chrysler Corporation. Because that was their whole theme. The beat goes on, and if they win you over, that was the heart with the arrow, right?
That's got to be a pretty rare item.
Yeah, it's cool. It really is cool.
Well, thank you, Hank, for showing it. It's a beautiful car. It's a really neat poster.
Right. I hope everybody gets a chance to ride or drive one of these sometime during their
Only the
lives.
lucky few.
Right. Okay.
You guys at home, please subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, like it, and don't forget to leave your comments. Thank you, Hank.
Yep.